Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is part 2 of a 2-part recap. If you're wondering where part 1 was, well, go check in the feed and be sure to subscribe so that way you always get your episodes. But enough of that. Let's get right back into the episode. So now we go to Angie arriving at Heather's house. Speaking of Heather Gay, and she goes upstairs to this room. There's this big room with all these nice windows and it's snowing outside. It's actually quite cozy. And Heather's like, hi, I'm turning this room into, well, it was a storage room for all the girl stuff that was, you know, it was both a physical burden, but also a metaphorical burden because it reminded me that I would be trapped in my bedroom. The only place where I could find a sanctuary was underneath the duvet. So I moved all of it out, just like my daughters. And I'm just going to make it my own creative office because I haven't been able to experience creativity since that first baby's head popped out of my vagina so many years ago. But now it's flowing through my veins once again. And like it's now my study annex. It's going to have a desk. It's going to have a bookcase. And this is where I'm going to write. This is where I'm going to do all the fun things I never got to do because I have daughters.
I am Greek. I am Greek. I am Greek. Oh, wow. It's a special doorbell chime for Angie. Angie, come in. I'm finally getting rid of my daughters. I'm going to call this the bitches are gone room. Come in. Check it out.
You know, for the past 8 years, I feel like I've operated from my bed and from bread too. And a lot of people would call that clinical depression, but I call that effectiveness, as in my daughters are so effective in making me want to just crawl up into my bed and stay there for the rest of my life.
So she's got pink colors. They're all different versions of really bright white. There's like one that's tinted pink and one that's tinted mint, but they're kind of fluorescent once they start putting them on the wall.
Ooh,
but I mean,
I didn't like any of them.
Yeah, I didn't like it. They're too icy for living. You're already living in an icy place, you know? You need some warmth in there, right?
Well, I just kind of feel like if you're going to go that light, just keep it white. But I like the sort of that light yellow, sort of like kind of Easter colors. She's like, I'm trying to get away from the trauma of Mormonism, which is why I'm going to paint this room in the colors of Easter. It's like, no, just keep it white or go for like a dark contrast. But all the 3 colors that she put up there, pink, butter, and like whatever
mint
the periwinkle
green or
was,
something
mint
like
green.
That. Yeah.
I didn't like any of them.
Kind of fluorescent-y. So she's like, it's supposed to be an ice blue, ice pink, and then a butter yellow. And Angie is like, well, my house is stark white. Well, mine is too. It's white everywhere in here. I just look like floating eyes walking through my house. And she's like, okay, well, Electra doesn't like how modern and clean our house is. She wants to live somewhere warmer. She loves patterns and non-Greek people. Is she rebelling because of what she grew up in? Or is she really, this is who she's really going to be? Did I raise a daughter who likes patterns?
I know. I love that was the worst thing. She likes patterns. She gets excited every time we drive by a Chevron station.
So the other day she told her that she's working on getting her Greek citizenship. And Heather's like, oh my God. You are? I love that. And so they hug and stuff. And she's like, well, I had to tell you, but when I shared it with Electra, I thought she would say, ooh, cool. But her reaction was not what I expected. Doodly-doot, doodly-doot, doodly-doot. So we go to a memory of her telling Electra that she's getting her citizenship. And Electra's like, I don't care. You're really taking this Greek thing far, Mom. Fuck.
She's like, well, Mom, that's your whole identity, but it's not mine. And I don't know why you're being Greek your whole identity. Did I not give her enough baklava? Did I not give her enough spanakopita as a child? Have I failed? Have I failed, Zeus? Being a parent.
She said the most offensive thing that she could ever say to me. She said, Mom, not every day is Lainey Kazan Day. How dare you?
I'll tell you, Electra is never going to be on House Hunters because they don't like people that say, I grew up in a modern house and therefore I don't want that. Like everyone in House Hunters is just like reliving their childhood. Like, well, yeah. I really want to have an open concept house that's dark white because that's what I grew up with and I just really love it.
Yeah. Especially the men though on that show. The men are like really attached to their childhood homes. They're like, this is the first time. My father really disapproved of me. And the first memory I had of him being disappointed in me, the room had wood paneling. So I'd love a room with wood paneling. It's like, bro.
We had a leaky radiator growing up that almost gave us carbon monoxide poisoning 5 times. So if we could have that in the house, I would love that. It's just so cozy. Great. I love that thrill. That's what they all are, because they don't have any design sense, and they don't know anything about interior design or like what makes a house good. So all they can rely on is like their fond childhood memories, and then all these people have to like cater to it, and it's so stupid. But anyway, Angie is basically saying how like being a parent to a teen is like walking a tightrope, and like she doesn't want to be me by her side every minute. She doesn't need me by her side. She's becoming independent. And I'm like, hello, I am a recent gay icon in pop culture. How do you not want me by your side? I'm hilarious. Gays love me. What is wrong with you?
I just want her to want to be my best friend and go everywhere with me. Cut to Heather. Thank God my daughters aren't by my side anymore, wanting to be me, wanting to be my best friend. Fuck those bitches. So Heather's like, wow, it really hurts. You have to put your ego on the back burner with girls, you know? That's what I tell them. Put your ego on the back burner and put your backpack on your back with all of your belongings into it and get out of my house.
You know me, Heather Gay, known for putting her ego on the back burner. Anyway, here is a copy of my latest book. Please take this with you as you go and give it to a stranger. And tell them to give a good review on Yelp.
So we've talked about Ice Pink. Let's talk about the party the other day. Okay, at Amy, the socialite's house. It was just so loud, and I was just so afraid of getting caught in the fray of all of it. So I just hid. I just hid away.
More like you lit the match and then covered
exactly
while the explosion went off. You didn't.
You threw
hide.
the rock.
You
threw the rock and you ran and hid. You ran and hid your hands.
The Molotov cocktail. You are not a shrinking violet. Roses are red, violets are shrinking. Wait. So then we see a flashback of literally Heather running away from the conflict that she was part of brewing up. And then when you'd be like, wait, Heather, I can't do this without you. Roses are red. What are violets? What color are they? Violets are green. See, I need Heather.
Yeah, you did disappear. And I'm like, where are you? I needed you. But Brittany ran over to Lisa and sells me out to bring up my comment. And Heather's like, well, clearly we have a friend who's either in financial distress or living a lie, or she's under attack because of these lawsuits. So what is it?
Part of me has compassion for her, and then part of me is like, she's never gonna change. She aggrandizes everything. Wait, I'm sorry, you're Angie K. Did you say that word? I did. I learned it today in Greek vocabulary class. She brags about everything. She misses a girls trip to be with Ben Affleck. She's claiming she's going to Ben Affleck's premiere party, and yet she's posting photos like those AI photos of herself in a hotel room. And we see a photo of Lisa living, like looking all chic with like an AI hotel room in the background.
And she's like, yeah, she said at lunch with me that she had a very different life than me, you know, and she's just total rich and fancy life outside of our circle. But we're all women. We're all women who deserve a chance to be fancy, a chance to be aggrandizing. Hey, wait a minute. I said that word.
No, I learned that word from Rihanna. That's my celebrity friend. Oh, okay. You know, it hurt my feelings. It says our lives are not that different. I said our lives are not that different, and we're both sitting in the same restaurant. We're both wearing the same thigh-high boots. I mean, hello. If you were so famous, why would you be wearing the same thigh-high boots as I am, right? Like, I thought we had a lot more in common. We both love boots that come up to the same part of our leg.
Everyone's been, I've read a lot of comments that people are like, oh, God, look at Heather, you know, always kissing someone's ass. Now she's kissing ass trying to be friends with Lisa. I don't really see that. I see her as like manipulating and just being like, okay, well, let's turn everybody against Lisa because she's lighting this fire to make Lisa fight with everybody. I mean, the ladies were talking about it, but the way that Heather repeated it to Lisa was to start a huge war, which she did, and then just sat back and kind of laughed. So I don't know if she's trying to like kiss Lisa's ass or if she's really just trying to be like, okay, fine, I'll be friends with Lisa. And now you guys can all see what a monster she is. And so she's just, you know, pushing, not that Lisa needs much help, honestly, but, yeah, I'm confused about Heather's motives here. It's going to be interesting to see how she acts the rest of the season.
Well, I really value my friendship with Lisa, and I've worked hard to stay in a good place with Lisa. And part of that is me accepting her how she is. And I'm not trying to change or improve her behavior, but she's almost impossible to defend at this point. I mean, we're wearing the same thigh-high boots. I mean, I'm supposed to defend her. And this is how she acts, bragging about hanging out with Ben Affleck and, Celia Ward. It's hard. It's hard for me.
Well, she throws her grenades and then she diminishes what you've done to confuse you and to distract you. And I just want the truth. I told her the other night, let me in. Let us be friends. Tell us about your lawsuit. I love how Angie reframes it. It's like, I was just trying to be your friend. Tell me about your lawsuits. I really want to know.
Well, I think Lisa thought you guys had a real friendship. And so that's why she feels like this is a real betrayal. Sort of like the betrayal I felt when I thought having daughters would be enriching. And instead it robbed me of all the joy in my life.
I feel betrayed too, though, by all of the nothing she has done to me this season. I'm very, very betrayed. So then we go to the Blue Sky Lodge and it's skeet shooting time. And we get like a nice slow motion shot of Lisa from behind, aiming her gun, being all sexy. Shooting a skeet.
Yeah. And they're shooting and she's like, blue sky's like a refuge for me. So to go skeet shooting is something I do with my family. And I don't really want everybody here. It's like a very private, emotional, cozy, important skeet shooting scene. And it's only a few people can be here. Some people are so willing to stab me in the backs. So I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem shooting me either. So I only invited Emma, Meredith, Mara, and Heather. This is the right group to let off some steam before I go blow things up at lunch. So Mary, since when is Mary and Lisa close? So then everyone's shooting their clay birds, their clays, but Heather doesn't get it, which is sad.
Yeah, Heather's the only one that doesn't get it, which was kind of shocking. Everybody else got it. Yeah.
Have you ever done skeet shooting?
No. That looks so hard.
So hard.
Yeah, it's like a little tiny moving dot in the sky. I don't think I'd be good at that.
Yeah, I remember playing it in Duck Hunt, and I was like, I can't do this.
I was terrible at Duck Hunt. I'm still terrible at Duck Hunt. I think they have it at Dave & Buster's or one of those. I've played it recently, and I still suck.
I mean, I would hold my gun right up to the screen. You're supposed to stand back, but I hold my gun right up to the screen. I'd be like, and I still somehow wouldn't get the ducks.
Yeah, my
dog would come up, and it would laugh at you. Stupid dog.
So now it's time to go to the Lodge at Blue Sky for lunch. So Angie, Bronwyn, Brittany, and Whitney, Bronwyn and Angie, they arrive. And Angie is like, I'm surprised she is even hosting a lunch and invited us. What more could she possibly have to say? There's got to be a reason that we are here. And surely there is. And it has to do with Kinko's poster board printing. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. They all go into a room and it has giant posters of various court documents, and they all say dismissed across them. And Bronwyn's like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I've seen my own confessionals. This is dumb.
She's cracking up. She's like, this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's also very Karen Huger coded, her tax meeting or her tax press conference or whatever she had with the girls. So she's like, you know what? Hi, everybody. Welcome to lunch. I just want to point this out. Allegations are not facts. And for those that need to know that, deny. Okay. And they're just cringing. Everybody's like, oh my God. Ron was like, those posters are just so childish for so many reasons. And the main one, it's the kind of posters I made at FedEx Studio. Okay. When I was in middle school, this is laughable to me. Hold on. I'll laugh. Laughable.
Barry's like, well, I'm confused. I'm going to stay confused and I will leave confused, which is funny, but also applies to so many scenes that Mary is in. It's not the first time she's had to say that sentence.
It's just Mary's role, So she walks in and Mary's the only one who walks right up to the posters and tries to read them, which I really liked. And so she's trying to read them and she goes, wait, where's the clarity? Where's the clarity? Why is it blurred? It's hurting my eyes. It's too blurred. And she's right. Lisa has stuff up there, but some of it's blurred out and none of it really says anything, So she's saying she wants to have this transparent lunch, but she's not transparent about anything or talks about what any of the cases were about and why they were bullshit. And she's just like,
you can't have a transparent lunch. You can't have a transparent lunch and put up blurry images. Just say that right now. So Heather's like, wow, it's like a science fair, but no one actually did their project. I love that she has easels. P.S. I hate science fairs. I'm like, okay, Heather, this is not your greatest work. We're reaching the bottom of the barrel of your interview commentary here. So Whitney's like, I love the Photoshop work. It's fabulous. And Bronwyn's like, yeah, the Photoshop is fantastic. This proves nothing, by the way. She took some Kurt document and then she put a red stamp on it. Hey, it's important to make things red because Unity is my daughter. And there's a picture of John and Lisa, and it's like a houseboat or a yacht. I'm like confused.
So good. So she not only puts up poster boards, she puts pictures up to remind them that she's rich. She just has some random picture blown up of them standing on the edge of a boat. And Mary's like, why am I looking at them on a yacht? And Angie says, it's very far away. So you can't see that was like 30 years ago was the last time she was on a yacht.
And then there's a picture of them at a jazz game. And Brittany's like, oh my God, that's a really cute picture of you guys. Just, yeah, I know. That's me and John front row at the jazz game. And then Bronwyn just looks at it and it's like, yeah, these are not actually courtside seats because these are not the folding chairs by the court, but nice try. I was like, oh, I love that she just clocked that right away. It's like, this is not courtside.
But Lisa's just so out of touch. I mean, to post jazz, you sitting in good jazz seats when the whole plot 2 years ago was just for jazz, you taking jizz for getting jazz tickets. And now the allegation is that you've been fucking some guy for his Amex card. And it was the same guy who was getting you the jizz for jazz tickets. And now you're posting pictures bragging about the jazz tickets. It's like, come on, man. You need to fight for your own cause here. It's like you're providing evidence.
Yeah, seriously. So Lisa's like, hey, Meredith, as a lawyer, I thought you would appreciate us. And then she's like showing up. There's a poster that just has like all these allegations that like she says are like deny. We later find out. Well, actually, I'm sorry. The allegations all say deny. The allegations are denied, but she has written dismissed, which is different. And Meredith says, well, in my expert legal opinion, I don't think these posters are what you would normally use as exhibits in a courtroom. However, they get the point across, and I think they'd be great artwork for the back of my DJ set. So Lisa's like, well, this is litigation by Lisa Barlow. People can sue you for anything. You could look at them the wrong way. They can sue you. Your coffee might be too hot when you go through a drive-thru. They could sue you. Sometimes they think that because you have too many Chanel bags, that they should have those Chanel bags too. So they can sue you for those too. And you can allege everything. So yeah, I figured I'm going to have a little lunch and we're going to talk about the allegations versus the facts. I'm like, okay.
Okay,
she's like very afraid of like a communist agenda. She's like, they want my bags because I've got bags. I will not give bags to the poor. No, I earned those. I'm like, okay, let's relax a little bit.
But also, please do talk about allegations versus facts. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, but you know, this wasn't spilling coffee in a McDonald's, Lisa. Like, so if you're going to talk about the cases, do it. Writing deny. It's like, you're accused of this. I deny it. Boom. Innocent. They wrote down denied. So innocent. So yeah. Heather's like, wow, I love the decor. What's the theme of this luncheon? Have I done the science fair thing yet?
Okay, today is all about May and about the things that people like to discuss about May. And like on Comp Day, awful things were said about May. So I decided I would dedicate a lunch where you guys can like get complete clarity on accusations and misinformations and lies. And by clarity, I mean you can start to say things and they'll be like, no.
But we've already read it. That's how we know about it. Yeah, we read it, Lisa. We read it. But obviously not very good because you didn't spend the extra $25 to get dismissals. So, you know what? If you spent $25, they would have said dismissal. So, yeah, you know what?
What does it clarify?
You're cheap.
What does it
what are you going to sue me because you didn't have $25?
Lisa.
Is that why you're suing me?
What does it clarify?
Yeah, it clarifies dismissed. It all says dismissed. That's what it says. It's very clarified.
Oh, dismissed? Because you pay them back or dismissed because they were fake.
Yeah, you know what? It's dismissed because it's none of your fucking business. That's why it was dismissed.
Lisa, you can't have a party and be like, I'm here to clarify things. And someone says, okay, so here's a question. Well, it's none of your business. It's not how that works.
She's doing so badly. It's just, it's so bad.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So Angie's like, okay, well, I will ask you some questions that could actually help you and shut it down. But, you know, look, things that look strange. The people are reading that you had another man's credit card in your wallet. You know what? I'm happy to run around and explain things. For example, dismissed. Dismissed. You know, it says dismissed.
Number 2, this man aggrandized you and paid your car off.
Yeah.
And like number 3, that this man paid for your remodel of your home.
Yeah, but you know what? Denied. That's why the court case says denied.
And you owe him $118,000.
Yeah, but that's not true. None of that's true. It's all denied. You can read it. You know what? Pay $25 and you can read it in the court case. And
so Lisa can Photoshop this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lisa can Photoshop dismissed on any document she wants, but for the one case that's still open, Lisa and her lawyer are only denying these claims, and that case is actually not dismissed.
Yeah, but you know what? I can say without a doubt, this is a fanciful tale. Read my response. Like there's something on the menu that's called the fanciful tale because it's like fanciful. It's like a tale and it's fanciful and that's it. That's all you need to know. Das Master.
It's such a stretch. I love that she's like, yeah, this is a fanciful tale. And I'm saying that phrase because there's a cocktail called the fanciful tale. So it's a tie into the menu. See? I'm a good party planner.
So you don't have a credit card that he got in your name. And Amy's like, oh, hi, Amy, the socialite over here. Hi, Angie. You know, they were in business together and they were business partners. So
Lisa, what was that part dismissed, Lisa?
It's in the process. It's in the process, which you would know if you had like an extra $6 to pay for the processed parts.
Yeah,
it's
but you
still
wrote
in
dismissed
process.
on it.
Yeah,
You
get
wrote
more
dismissed.
money. No, but get more money so that you could know that it's like it's being processed.
But you wrote dismissed on it. So is it in process or is it being dismissed?
Yeah, but you could only see the word dismissed because I paid the extra $9 to see the dismissed word. So, you know, basically I'm rich and you're poor. So
your response is you're just denying them. That's your response, that you're denying them. Once again, these words are not interchangeable. The claims are like being denied. This one case is not dismissed. It's just denied.
Yeah, but I hope you enjoy the cocktail on the menu called Fanciful Tale because that's how my lawyer described these allegations. He said, you know what? It's a fanciful tale. So we made a drink out of it. Do you guys like it? I'm innocent.
I'm going to just say this right now. I don't think any lawyer said this is a fanciful tale.
I do. I think it was like, oh, really? Well, this is all a nice fanciful tale, but we are going to move to have this dismissed. And she's like, yeah, it was a fanciful tale. Ask my lawyer. Ask him.
I feel like the fanciful tale was like the name of the cocktail that was already on the menu. And she's like, oh yeah, put that on our menu. Yeah, because it's like I'll just say my lawyer said that. It's so good. It's so good. Denied. So Angie's like, I don't even understand.
Yeah, I think that she put that, she named the drink for that because she made the menu. It's her lunch. So wasn't it all stuff that was based on this court case? It's like, okay, everybody, enjoy the dismissed salad. You know what? Okay, I hope you guys enjoy the pay the extra $11 pot stickers.
Enjoy this cocoa that's brought to you by Swiss Dismiss. So Angie is like, I don't even understand what she's talking about. And I keep hearing fanciful tale like she's like a princess in a story that has a happy ending, but it's not a goddamn fairy tale. You're not wearing a princess dress. You're not twirling around biddity boopity boop. And then all the cases disappear because that's what she's trying to make it sound like.
Yeah, Lisa's not doing great here. So she's, Bronwyn's like, okay, well, I don't believe you. It's not just me. You've done it to other people at the table too. Okay. You've done digging. You're a digger. You've dug behind my back. You've done it to a lot of people. And she's like, I didn't dig behind your back. I didn't dig behind your back. You know what, Bronwyn? You're so full of shit. You know what? You don't know anything about digging, but we do know that you like to dig. Yeah. Nailed that. You dig.
Well,
you're a digger.
I do know when everybody tells me you've done it to them. Yeah.
No,
I do know that.
Because you're digging. That's why you're digging. You know what? You're obsessed with talking about me because you got busted lying on jewelry you didn't buy and you can't buy. You know what? I'm none of your business and you're none of mine. Don't talk to me ever again, digger. Don't ever do it.
I love whenever she says, don't talk to me ever again. She does that all the time. Like, never speak to me for the rest of eternity. Like when you're like still at a table with her. Bronwyn's like, well, then why do you keep talking about me? It's endless. The amount of things you say about me. You came into Amy's house. I had to apologize to Amy for this fight that we had in her house. And again, Amy, once again, so sorry about that. Don't speak. You don't have to respond to that. You were calling me a whore. You did do that, Lisa. Mm-hmm.
I never called you a whore, okay? It's piggish to brag about doing blowjobs. That's it.
You said I suck dick for money. Okay,
well, you know
said
what?
that.
Is this how you're trying to get away from the fact that your husband's a misogynistic asshole? Is that how you're trying to get away from
the
that?
table is you saying
yeah?
I suck dick for money because that's misogynist. Mm-hmm. This gets a big head nod from me because that is female on female bullshit and you know it. Big head nod.
Honey, you know what? The only reason you brought it up is because you got busted lying. You got busted lying.
And I have explained to all of them this. You chose not to come camping and you chose not to listen to my story about how I was just trying to fit in with the cool girls and I'm actually almost a victim at this point for my own lying.
Yeah, but you know why? Because Ben Affleck and Blake Lively at Anna Kendrick's movie premieres. You know what? So sorry. Like Anna Kendrick is more important. Okay.
Wow, she really used the Anna Kendrick card there to get out of that one.
She
would have thought. I didn't know that was a card that was available.
And Mary just starts laughing. She's like, wow, yes, Anna Kendrick, yes.
Guys, none of that stuff matters. Sort of like my wants and wishes while I had daughters in the house. What matters is that we were all on a trip and Bronwyn dropped a lot of facts about Lisa that you were wanting to have a luncheon to what? Clarify? Let's talk about it, okay?
But you know what? Let me clarify this. Dismissed. Well, I hope it's not true. And I hope you do clear it up because I don't want to be, you know what? I don't want this to be the case, Lisa. I don't want this to be the case. I don't.
Well, I want to make this very clear. All of this is true and these things happened. I did get sued 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll probably get sued in the future. Okay, probably by Anna Kendrick. Let's be honest. But is there merit to it? No. Can anyone sue for anything? Yes. Do I have money? Yes. Do I love my business? Yes. Am I proud of what I accomplished? Yes. Do I factor my receivables? 100%. Do I love a rhetorical question? Yes.
Where did that come from? All of it was making sense until, do I factor my receivables? 100%.
What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. It's business talk. So Whitney's Whitney gets upset about this.
Yeah, I don't know if her receivables are the money she's getting from her business partner and she's factoring that. I mean, I have no idea. So Whitney's like, Lisa is completely unhinged. Now that we're talking about factoring, I can't even say she's a train that went off the rails. Like, she's derailed. Yeah. She's not off the rails. She's derailed.
If you know what I mean, we do. Factoring receivables is a financial process where a business sells its unpaid customer invoices to a factoring company. I guess it's like you sell your debt, I guess. For those wondering.
So, Angie's like, I thought I was invited to a ladies' luncheon. Are we going to order? I like that the girl comes over and she's like, can we order? It's like this little teenager. And they just keep screaming at each other and fighting over it. Heather's like, I'll have thank God my fucking daughters are out of my house, stupid little bitches soup. Thank you. Great.
So Lisa's like, well, what were you hoping to gain from talking bad about me? And Angel's like, okay, let's clear it up. Will you listen? Well, why would you do it behind my back? It's like, Lisa, you elected not to go on the first big trip of the season, and then you're shocked that your show that's built on gossip had you in the crosshairs. Like, that's what you get, sorry. You're just, if you want to control the narrative, you got to be there. So Mary's saying, look, it wasn't like that.
This is why she's so perfect for this show. Because all she needs to do is say, you guys, everybody gets sued. You guys know that. This stuff is a bunch of bullshit. This guy's, you know what? You ask me whatever questions. Okay, Lisa, did you have a credit card? Yes, I worked with the guy. It's normal for us to both have credit cards for the business. He was the funder of the business, so that's why the credit card was under his name. Why didn't you pay it?
Yeah.
Because we got in a business dispute and he's trying to, I mean, she could just calmly answer the shit and it would go away. But instead, she's like, that's a poster.
She's also totally unhinged as she says this stuff. Like, lady, you're the one who set up the ambush.
No, she's not unhinged. She's dehinged. She's off the hinged.
The hinge. No, but it's just funny because Lisa, it's like you're not ambushed in this situation. You have all your talking points. The fact that she can't like recite her talking points calmly, the fact that she like flies off the handle immediately when she has all she created this event. How are you not in control of your own narrative at your own party? That was to surprise them. Like she's just like screaming, like you don't know, go away. I don't want to talk to you ever again. It's like Lisa, like you should have complete control in this scene. But she's like, I'm gonna ask a very simple question, and it might even be a two-parter. Okay, what was your objective in talking behind my back, and what were you hoping to gain from that? It's like an HR question all of a sudden.
Well, what were you hoping to gain from these posters? But I'm asking a simple question. Okay, what were you gaining? Okay, number one, I've watched you talk about people's businesses. No, you haven't. Yes, I have. No, you haven't. Thank you for the story, though. Thank you for the story. You know what? Your story's done. That was like a poor person's story.
It's frustrating.
Spend $12 for an extra page to finish your story.
This is Greek frustrating. No, you're frustrating. Well, you're very frustrating. No one makes me want to get out of my chair more than you, because that's my iconic thing is to get out of a chair. And I mean, you've been one of my closest friends, but you are also so fucking frustrating when you won't listen. You are too frustrating. And then it goes to commercial break and we come back and she's like, and you talk and I'm willing to listen. And I added on to that comment that was made and I'm just going to spell it out again. No, I'm not the one trying to be Jen Shaw. Oh.
And so now Angie gets really pissed. And it's like, you think I want to be Jen Shaw? You look like her though, but you look like her. You've got the same hair, girl. The same everything. She's like, no, this is my fucking hair, girl. Now she stands. Now she's mad because they're fighting about hair girls and brow girls.
Yeah.
That's what you really need to get to Angie. Like, you mess with her hair girls, you are dead.
Yeah, this is a nice twist on the Tamra judge. Jen wants to look like me. Now we have a you want to look like Jen, in this case, Shaw fight with your hair. So Lisa's like, yeah, okay, you don't have the same hair. We have the same brow girl and the same lash girl and the same nail girl. God forbid. So Angie's like, I have been going to my brow girl for 14 years. Listen, see, look, you better listen to this because this is about a brow girl. You better listen. My brow girl for 14 years. She's the fucking best brow girl in all of Salt Lake City. And Brittany's like, wait a second. Is that the same brow girl who was flirting with Jared? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Flashback to 1 year ago, Angie telling Sean that her brow girl was getting DMs from Jared. Blah, 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 blah. But what
Brittany
about
trying to insert herself.
So Angie's like, everybody knows the brow girl. You've used her. You've tried her. And Brittany's like, but I want to know. Does anyone else want to know? Am I the only one who wants to know about the brow girl?
Because I haven't used the brow girl. No, I haven't done it. Like everyone ignores Brittany as she tries to like pivot herself into this. And then Angie's like, everyone loves her. And Mary's like, yeah, she's the best. And Heather's like, this is totally stupid. It's like a science fair.
Lisa, get to the meat and potatoes. So the waitress is trying to get orders and it's a mess and they won't stop yelling at each other, Lisa and Angie. And, Amy stands up finally. It's like, Lisa, we have to order, please. She's like, you compared me to Jen Shaw. But we can get back to this, Lisa. Please, we need to order food. We need to have food in front of us that we're not eating, Lisa. It's the point of the show.
It seems like if you're going to have a lunch, there should be food. Man cannot survive on poster board alone. By the way, why can't Angie just say, it was a joke? Lisa, it was a joke. I mean, because I've been waiting for like 2 episodes for Angie just to say, it was a joke, but they can't get to it because now Whitney jumps in and she goes, wait, can I ask a question? And I think it's going to clarify a lot. What's wind? Like, what is it if you think about it? Think about it.
Who's blowing it?
Where does it come from? Where's it going?
If you are being accused of asking for $400,000 and we hear about it and we read about it and we're tagged in it, what are we supposed to think? Whitney, there are a lot of accusations about you online and that doesn't make them true. Like, yeah, but like now you pipe in, Meredith. You were silent when we were camping.
No, I was not silent. I was FaceTiming with my toddler. And I was making sure he was safe from Martha Sorensen or Molly Sorensen or whoever that evil woman was who wants to prey on my baby.
Ha 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 ha. So we see a flashback to camping, and Meredith is like, we shouldn't be speaking about this, but Lisa's back. We should wait until Lisa's here. She needs the opportunity to present poster boards with her sayings on it. And so we come back, and Brittany's like,
I thought was fine.
I mean, I thought
that was fun.
I thought that was standing
totally
up for
acceptable.
someone. Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
So. Yeah, I think that's totally acceptable. Meredith Marks standing up. So Brittany's like, well, I was surprised that Meredith didn't speak up more because she's got legal expertise. Okay, well, that's real funny, Brittany. Another lie from you. You know what you are? We'll call you Little Miss Perjury. That's legal for lying because that's what you do under oath.
Yeah, well, you would know that if you paid the extra $18 to get to the perjury part. Non-payer.
Well, I would have been interested in your perspective because you're the only one with a law degree.
Well, I spoke about it legally. Maybe you need to listen legally.
No, you didn't say it. Was she not off? I mean, like, mostly silent. Wasn't she mostly silent? Everyone, she was silent, right? And anyone
Brittany,
know her?
I don't want to hear the lies anymore, Brian. I do not want to hear the lies anymore.
Oh. Mary's like, no, you did not stick up for your friend, Meredith. Oh, yes, I did, Mary. I did. She's like, no, you didn't. Well, I spoke up. I said, don't you dare say that. I said, don't say that. And then I said the rest through my eyes, which speak as loudly as my mouth.
They're trying to cause problems with us, Lisa. Don't listen to them. And Lisa's like, I'm not listening to them. I believe you. I believe you, Meredith. I believe you.
This doesn't prove anything, Lisa. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah? Well, how are you unwinding your business, Whitney? How are you unwinding it? And
don't talk about her business.
Yeah, now they're all
like
offended that she's talking about business. How dare you? Don't say anything about her business. You're deflecting. Oh, yeah? Well, how are you unwinding it?
You don't know anything about my business. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop.
You don't know anything about Blake Lively, so.
But I'm getting out of business. It didn't work out for me. So no.
Yeah, so nobody put money into your company? No one did like a $10,000 buy-in?
No. Justin and I put in money in chocolate syrup, and we put in that money, and I'm paying out of wait, line. Can I start from the top about this?
Yeah, but you know what? Then why are people bitching about you on TikTok? Yeah, because you're like on TikTok.
Digger, there she is. Which was, by the way, true. That was hilarious when Lisa was going like hard in the paint saying she doesn't dig things up, and like she's already brought up 3 different things in this luncheon alone about stuff that she's read somewhere.
Well, but Whitney's argument, but no, I don't think so, because Whitney's argument was, Lisa, everyone's tagging us in all these stories online. How are we not supposed to know? And then she turns around and she's like, oh, you heard something about me on TikTok? Then you're digging. No, I mean, if it's okay for you to talk about stories that you were tagged on Instagram, you think she's not tagged in all these stories too? They're also ridiculous. They're fighting.
I don't know. I think Whitney has a point here because the original argument was with Bronwyn, and like Lisa is accusing Bronwyn of digging things up, and Bronwyn's like, you dig. And then Lisa's like, I don't dig at all. And then Lisa's like, oh, well, this is what I found out about you on TikTok. It's like, you do dig as much as everyone else does. And the truth is, like, digging something up, like finding something on TikTok is more diggy than lawsuits being in the newspaper, I think.
No, I don't think so. More people watch TikTok, especially in that group. More people watch TikTok than read a newspaper. I mean, look at Beverly Hills. They couldn't even get through an entire article about Erica. But they'll know everything that's on TikTok. I mean, I don't think it's digging. I mean, personally, I just don't think it's digging to say, oh, I saw something on TikTok about you. I think
the point is that like Lisa's acting like she is like, oh, she's too busy to deal with this because she's dealing with Ben Affleck and Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. But like she's just down in the trenches like everyone else.
Yeah. They're all hypocrites, I guess is what I'm saying. They're so silly because one minute Whitney's like, oh, really? But we didn't dig anything. We just saw it on social media. And then when Lisa's like, well, I saw something on social media. Digger. Okay. They're all ridiculous. So Whitney's like, bitch, there are so many TikToks about you and your new facelift, and I'm not bringing that up. And there's legal documents. Like, coming for me is not going to vindicate you in the court of law.
In the court of law. Whitney, you're the last person that needs to be talking right now. Just in general, has nothing to do with this argument. You're just
She's
really
scared,
talking.
everybody. She's scared.
No, I'm not scared. Dismissed.
You're
okay,
scared.
are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? If I were scared, would I pay $25 extra to get the full article? I don't think so. Okay,
yeah, because you're covering up for the truth because you're scared.
No, I'm not scared of the truth. You're scared of the truth. Guess what? Guess what I just did? I took what you said, I turned it around, and made it about you. Because you've lied about me. Okay, you're scared about the truth because you lied. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And there's a judge that says fucking dismissed, and that's not a cover-up. You unwinding your fake fucking bleep is a cover-up. Okay? That's what it is. Bleep cover-up.
You don't know anything about that. Why are you lying? Why are you going there right now, Lisa? Why?
You're disgusting, you fucking
I thought she said redneck, but I guess she said redhead.
Well, I thought she had said redneck, and then the caption looked like it had said redhead to me, but it was obscured. So I
was pretty sure she said redneck, but here's Whitney's Instagram post from today or yesterday, right after the show. So much to unpack here. At first, I laughed when I saw because I thought she called me redneck and I was laughing at my own miss. Yeah. But then I realized that she actually called me redhead as an insult.
Exactly.
And it just sent my entire heart bursting in pain for all of the redheads that I
This is so stupid.
That I love deeply. This, in all caps, right here is all caps, exactly why I colored my hair red. Sad crying face. If you are naturally redhead, please know that you are beautiful and rare. Star emoji. Don't listen to the hate. One day you will love your natural beauty. Heart. Don't let Lisa's bullying get to you, redheads.
Okay, Brittany. Okay. I think you're a real Trevor project over there, Whitney.
We are both children of redheads, and we take this issue very seriously. But
I've never been bullied harder than I was by that redhead, so I'm not worried about the redheads of my world. That's for sure.
But it was funny because I did notice. I was like, okay, because I went back and I was like, I'm pretty sure there was some obfuscation, and but I looking at it, I was like, I'm pretty sure that says red head. But then Whitney said, oh, redneck. So now it makes sense that she heard redneck, but Lisa Barlow said redhead. I also love that like Lisa Barlow's insult has like no craftsmanship to it. It's just like redhead. It's not like you ginger haired fucking freak or something like that. Like it was not even, that's not good either. But at least there was something to it. It's not like, you should say, you tomato headed Twinkie face.
You overcrisp Wendy head.
You ketchup headed stupid body.
Period head.
So Lisa's like,
You lied about Alibaba and you lied about all this shit. And you know what? I've got it on my phone, you liar.
But I don't source from Alibaba. I'm fighting for Wild Rose Beauty as a woman in business. I'm fighting for Whitney Wild Roses.
Good. You know what? That's your excuse. So you know what? No one's talk about her because she's upset. Okay, she's so upset.
She's a real Meg Whitman over there. So, this is great. No, the liar is lying a little bit more because Whitney's like, and I didn't pile on. Meredith didn't stand up for you. Everyone talked about it, and I did not pile on. I didn't pile on.
Yes, you did. Whatever. And whatever, Lisa deserves the pile on, even if everybody did do it. Lisa loves getting in that mess as much as everybody else. So Whitney's like, but I'm paying off my debts, and I'm paying off my partnership because I have the money to do it. Yeah. So now you're bragging about money like Lisa. I mean, these ladies are so ridiculous. I love them.
She throws a napkin at Lisa. They're like, oh my God. Good luck. Like,
I'm not being accused of owing people money.
Then why are you paying people back?
I owe people money. I'm not being accused because I already owe them. I'm being accused of paying them back.
I'm not either. Bye. So she like kind of pushes her away because Whitney's trying to get in her face. And so Whitney just starts storming around the room and she's like, yeah, you know what? I'm triggered. Lisa triggered me. I'm so triggered. I'm leaving. And so she storms out of the room, kind of moving her fingers in the air, like in a I guess in what is supposed to be a show of her being triggered. She's like, I am triggered.
Yeah. And that's the to be continued. What will happen?
So funny. This show is so estúpido, and I love every second of it. Every time. Even as I'm groaning and being like, oh my God, I laugh every single time.
It was hilarious. And I really was not expecting, I was really not expecting Whitney to be the cliffhanger on this episode because she was just sort of sitting there quietly. And then, but like, she shows up. Oh yeah, by the way, the actual quote, the quote is, you're disgusting, comma, redhead. So it is official. Lisa Barlow did say redhead, not redneck.
Where's the official quote? Where'd you read it?
No, hold on, let me pull it up. No, I just lost it. It was on Twitter. Really great information.
Oh, they had like the
video.
Had a
transcript. Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. Anywho, such a funny and hilarious episode.
Thanks so much for being with us, guys. This was a fun one. We will be back in a couple days with Real Housewives of Orange County and Miami reunion. So join us for that and go over to Patreon for videos and to get our latest bonus episode, which is covering an episode of With Love, Megan. Until next time, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
It's always a party on Allison Block.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster.
It's always automatic with Ashley Auto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Etchels.
We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Aaron McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones.
I go, you go, we all go for Hugo.
Jamie. She has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Que sera, whatever will be, will Lauren Silsby.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry.
We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Living with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman.
Let's share with Sharon Eldridge.
Darn Skippy, it's Tippy.
And our super premium sponsors. She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Put us on a stretcher, it's Charlotte Fletcher.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs.
It's our queen, it's Queen Laifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. Hail the cork master, the master of the cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish. She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley. In the study with a candlestick, it's Leslie Peacock. Gee, it's Lisa H. We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose.
There's a chance of meatballs, it's Rebecca Cloud.
Neat, it's Ronit Feldman.
Maximum love for Sandy Maximoska. She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
We cannot tell a lie, it's Sarah Telefson.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Please don't stop, it's Soli and Pop. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.